I'm going to call the Blair Township Board of Trustees regular meeting of May 14th, 2019 to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Blonsheim.
Here.
Wolfgang.
Here.
Campbell. Here. Zeitz.
Here.
Fitzpatrick.
Here.
Please absent. Kuchar.
Here.
Brief public input. Is there anybody here that wishes to speak? Moving right along. Approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to approve.
Oh,
there's
can we add one thing?
You need to.
Logo. I just got 2 new ones today, so
Okay, we'll put that in there, B for unfinished business. And under new business, item K, I'd like to add, and it'll be quick. I came across this DTE Energy Foundation Tree Planting Grant Program. I've got the 2019 application and information packet. I'm willing to do the research and write this grant, but one of the first steps is I have to have documented board approval support to do it because it is,
match, isn't it?
yeah, yep.
So you basically need a motion to approve applying for and an amount that we're willing to
Yeah,
match.
and the amount I'm gonna request is up to $3,000, which would include the whole project, the purchasing of the plants, the trees, the planting, the watering.
I'd move to approve the agenda with the 2 additions.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the agenda with the 2 additions. Item B, Township logo under unfinished business. And item K, DTE Energy Grant. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Declaration of conflict of interest. Is there anything on the agenda tonight that anybody has a conflict with? No? Presentations and special reports. Grand Traverse County Commissioner.
Good evening, everyone. Brad Jewett, Grand Traverse County Commissioner, District 3. Not a whole lot to report, but a couple things here. The administration is going to be reaching out to different townships and different parts of the city and county and everything like that to be putting together a town/countywide committee of approximately 200 people in regards to the upcoming census. So look forward to them to be contacting you here in the near future. Police dog Zeke, is it? Zeke, I think his name is Zach, or Zeke, is retiring, and we did approve a new police dog coming up. This police dog that's retiring, or is retired, possibly, was really trained for marijuana, and marijuana laws changing and everything. Being a new dog and everything, that's kind of more universal in what he can do and everything. So, a couple weeks ago, we did approve an additional $1.5 million payment towards our pension, so that takes us up to $7.4 million this year. And going forward into the future, we're going to start paying $7 million a year instead of the 5.9. Everything to try and get the county pension taken care of real quick here. And tomorrow after our county meeting, we're going to have a goal setting session. And we're going to sit down and kind of, the administration and commissioners put together top 3 or 4 priorities for goals this year and try to get some things off the plate. So with that being said, I do have some cards here if somebody wants to contact me. My phone number and email's on there and everything. I do have to go to Garfield Township meeting real quick and everything, and then today's my boy's 16th birthday, and I promised him BW tonight, so I gotta take him and do that, so. But if anybody has any questions, then feel free to ask.
Tell Connor happy birthday from Blair Township.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, and feel free to get ahold of me anytime, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Community Police Officer.
Good evening, Matt Krzyzewski, Grand Sheriff's County Sheriff's Office. The Blair Township Community Police Report for April 2019. Still no township statistics. They just haven't been emailed to me and I quit asking about them. My statistics, arrest 6.
We got
Something.
That was different.
Okay. Go
That
ahead.
was my, like the breakdown of my daily activities. See, you didn't even look at it. My stats, arrests 6, citations 3, complaints 57, warrants attained 2, and they both ended up getting packaged into a plea deal, which I don't always like. Like for instance, the person that took all those power tools from Menards, he just committed another crime, so in order to get the plea deal, they dropped one of the cases, so it gets, so I don't always love that, but it happens. I forgot to put on here the 68 pounds that we got from the drug take back, so that was a big success. I can't remember what the other ones were, but it seems like that's one of the highest amounts we've had. I'm really excited about this next little tidbit I put in here. In 2018, you remember there was a trailer, home and car on Sawyer Road near West Blair Town Hall Road and East Blair Town Hall Road, or East Mobile, sorry, West Mobile. In the middle of the night, it got all shot up with a pellet gun. They shot up the car, and not a big deal, but they also put one of the pellets through their daughter's window while she was sleeping, so that's kind of serious. That could hurt someone. And they also broke into the car and stole some things. So I did some fingerprints, which I showed you the photographs. These are the actual palm print and the actual print off the cigarette box that I took, and it happened to pop up months later, so just recently, and it takes a long time. They have a lot of cases, so if your case is a priority case, it's way on the back, so before they run it into the APHIS system. So I got a hit on that, and then I ended up getting 3 juveniles in the township here. Usually juveniles prints aren't in the system, but this one's on probation, so his print was in there, so we got pretty lucky on that. So I was very excited, and it was a lot of money for these people that have like 20 holes in all their siding. They've never fixed it, they never fixed the car, so they were excited when I told them. So I just put a bunch of April property crimes on there. These are only the ones that I handled, and it seemed like when I went through all my stats, I was like, wow, that seems like a lot. So I just put them all on there, and maybe the snow melted, and people started seeing things like this kayak and thought, oh, I'll take that. So just a lot of property
Yeah, like
crimes.
a shed stolen?
Yeah, an actual shed someone took
They
off
just walked
off of
away
Mill
with
Road.
it.
I don't know how that went down. But there was a witness that said, I saw someone with a trailer. So it happened. I promise.
I got some stuff in my backyard they could come steal.
Any questions?
Matt, I like this breakdown with the April property crimes. Like your complaints up here, 57.
Yes.
Is there any way you could break down, and we don't have to have, or I don't have to have, because I'm asking specific details, but drug complaints?
Sure.
I'm just curious
Yep,
if we could
absolutely.
start, I'd like to start tracking specific number of drug complaints in the township.
Sure.
At some point, I don't know, just to get on board to, besides our prescription drug take-back day, to, if we had it documented out, then it could get out to the community more, to the public more, to parents more. You know, out of his 57 complaints, 40 of them were drug-related. Just awareness.
Yeah, I could get mine and all of them in Blair Township.
That'd be awesome.
Sure.
And I'm tired of hearing that Blair Township's the only township that has a problem, so.
Well, that's.
But more importantly, just for awareness purposes, just to try to make a difference and put it out there. That's all I have.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks,
You're
Matt.
welcome.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Oh, it is National Law Enforcement Week too. So thanks, Matt.
Oh, thanks,
Thanks,
Matt.
Matt.
Grand Traverse County Road Commission.
Won't spin as I can read it the bigger way. I'm not sure.
So you want my readers?
Andy Mayor, Grand Traverse County Road Commission. As most of you know, we are almost done with the East-West Mobility Corridor study, this study. There's been a lot of talking to the public about what's going on. They make it sound like there's been a decision made. These are recommendations that are being made by the consultant to the Road Commission. We then have to take a look at everything that they've given us and come up with what we're going to be able to do, either financially, what makes sense, maybe some things that we know that they don't will come into play. We haven't got the report yet. We will get the report at our meeting, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. And from what I understand, we're going to get a lot more information that's been given at the public meetings, at the LAG meetings, because that was kind of like a 30,000 foot overview. We're going to get like a 10,000 foot overview. Once we decide what we want to do, then we get down into the weeds more and figure out, what exactly is going to be done, what the exact costs are, and look at the environmental impacts and the other impacts that are involved, the historic, the businesses that will be interrupted if we do something. Land acquisition is not something most of us on the board seem to support unless absolutely necessary. We believe most of us are property owner rights over the other. We amended our budget and we added 3 more roads onto it. I don't know what they are. All of our projects for this year are on the Road Commission's website now, so if you want to take a look, they're there. If you haven't noticed, there's cones everywhere. If there's not cones on the road today, there'll probably be cones on the road tomorrow. Best way to find out where those road constructions are where road construction is being happening by Grand Traverse County Road Commission, go onto our website, sign up for the email blast. They send out emails weekly, sometimes daily, depending on what is going on, so you are aware a little bit in advance before you get down the road and get stopped by the flagman telling you can't go right now. So I recommend you do that. That doesn't apply to you, that doesn't apply to you. We got an employee survey back. Our HR consultant that we hired has got the employee survey. It's the first time that we at the Road Commission have looked at and had our employees surveyed on what they feel about working for us and various other things. And as expected, whenever you get a survey like this the first time, the numbers are probably not too good. And they weren't. We were not, I was not shocked. I worked for a major company. When they first did it, we came out and you would think that the whole place was about to be burnt down because we didn't like working there so much. Most of us have been there 10 to 20 years. It can't be that bad if the longevity is there. The Road Commission has longevity. It just means that we have issues and we have some things that we need to look at and start looking at the different data that we haven't looked at. It's not something that we focus on. We focus on fixing roads. Now we want to try to make it a better place where people want to be employed. I believe that's all I got. That's all I have.
Thanks, Sandy.
Thanks, Andy.
So don't plan on driving for a while.
Yeah.
Walking would be better. Like Orte said, bikes aren't bad either. You won't have to stop for the construction.
Yeah, I got caught one yesterday.
Me too.
Weed trim report. I have it right here. We've had several meetings this week with the township engineers in regards to all the projects happening in the township. Brian just typed up this little recap. I told him I would read it at the board meeting tonight. Stafford condos, water, sewer, utility construction is complete. The water and sewer has all been installed. Pressure testing and VAT samples are done. Connection to the township system was made. They're getting some final measurements from the fieldwork so we can prepare the record drawings. There is no longer a need for an inspector on site since all underground work and testing has been completed. Blackwood, Red Oaks, Lakeview Trail, Lakewood Trail, the name is a revolving change to the development happening east of the Township Park. All the water main and service leads are installed. The contractor pushed the poly pig through the mains yesterday. This is a flexible ball that when it's pushed through the main with water, it removes any debris that was left in the main from construction. They are completing the pressure test today. This was from Friday, last Friday. This is a 2-hour test that will be witnessed by Ken Schwartz. He's our other engineer. He was actually acting that day as the inspector on site. The test is scheduled to start at 9 a.m. Once this test is complete and has passed, then the disinfection process will begin earlier, later, or next week. I will report more as I get the information. The VA clinic is scheduled to start construction of the sanitary sewer today, weather permitting. Mike Spro is the inspector on site to do this work. Today is his last day with Wade Trim. He may need to leave the site early to turn his phone truck computer in, and if he does, Brian Sousa will be out there for the remainder of the day to cover the inspection. The contractor is expecting a week of sanitary sewer work and then some lull in the utility construction, and they will start the water main. We have a seasoned inspector, Michael Vincent, who will be the lead inspector on this project starting Monday. As always, if there are any questions, do not hesitate to call or email. Sincerely, Brian. The iron removal plant, the punch list that all of the contractors put together has all been checked off, waiting for one final inspection from the county. Everybody is getting together, not next week, but the following week. That will be West Tech, our water operators, RCI, who are the contractors, ABI, everybody. So everybody is there on site once the system is started up. So if there's any glitches, the specific sub or contractor and our engineers are right there to work it out, tweak it out. Our back tees test came back clear. Once that startup has been tested with everybody on site, then Jamie from the DEQ will come in and do his final blessing on everything. So we're close. There's been a huge delay. We had a phone conference with West Tech, our township engineers, the water operators. We included Jamie Wade to get some questions before the conference. And we are going to attempt to do a little negotiation with the price. The general contractor has several more bills that he has to pay because this project has gone on, and it was no fault of his, no fault of ours. It was a delay, you guys know. The panel got lost, the control panel, and getting the filters here. So we're gonna negotiate, and they're willing to negotiate. We discussed that in our phone conference, and it was a very nice, professional, civil agreement. We're still withholding half of the final payment. We did.
To West Tech.
Yep, for West Tech for the payment, and they were okay with that. Paid half of that final payment last week, and we'll see after the negotiations. And we're not talking a lot of money, but, you know, 5, 10, 15,000, that's a big chunk of money, so.
Yeah.
It was a good meeting. I felt a lot better. It was a stressful week.
Just to clarify, the West Tech bill is on the check registers we're gonna approve tonight. So I cut the check, we did not send it.
Patrick emailed his operation services report out to everybody. Treasurer's report.
All right, the general fund, $3,055,128. The fire police fund, $779,325. The ambulance fund, $850,343.
Did I get one of those?
Oh, maybe not. It might be on my desk, because I might have not, I did it Friday afternoon. And you left me.
If you join mine, I can share it with you.
You can have mine when I'm done.
Okay. No,
It's a-
basically, I want one, well, it would,
Metro Act, $53,738. Liquor law enforcement, $20,000. Sewer fund is $1,764,650. Water fund is $1,739,744. Current tax collection is $44,989. Payroll clearing is $18,235 credit. And milfoil fund is $4,110 for a total of $8,293,794.
thank you.
And it's Buddha's birthday.
It's whose?
Buddha,
Oh,
On May 19th.
on May 19th, Buddha's birthday.
Any questions for Tracy? Announcements, correspondence. We already received our American Waste grand total, 375 compacted yards of garbage and junk collected.
What was that again?
375 compacted yards, 5 full roll-off bins, 2 20 yards and 3 30 yards. Grandpa's garage recycle bin,
2 of those.
2. And those
And 2
are,
full of tires.
Yes.
They're big, they're huge.
I want to say there's 60 yard bins, 60 or 70 yards.
I would
They're
think,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah, 2 of them full. And a 20 yard, well, it was 100, oh, I just looked at that number today, 187 tires,
186.
186
Wow.
tires and brush and debris. I would say it was huge.
And that's not counting what Lisa took.
I was gonna say, that doesn't even count the treasures that we got.
Yeah. So, it was a long day. I'm still sore and bruised everywhere.
Yeah, you've got a big bruise, don't you?
Many.
Many? I can see that one.
But thanks, everybody. I would say it was a huge success. According to our new ordinance enforcement officer, who went out today, because he had 2 weeks. He was new before that cleanup day. I went out with him the first 2 days of his first week to hit some of the problem areas and point them out. And then he hit it hard the following week himself and made contact with a lot of people. He went out today and he said, without actually sitting down and having time to go through every single one, based on what he saw, he's guessing it was about 50-50. Which, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Excellent.
Because there were some that were really bad that are cleaned up. We discovered one in the township that they have been collecting tires for years and years and years and stashing them behind their house. They were never visible from the road. We had an informant contact us and say, hey, I don't know if you're aware of this because you can't see it from the road. We did some investigation. This residence, it's a residence, has 400, 500, 600, 700 tires.
Oh my.
And what it was a rental place, so the renter was collecting. The homeowner didn't know it, the renters are gone, the homeowner came back to live there and inherited them. So I know Matt worked hard with her, had face-to-face contact with her. She brought, I don't know how many tires, and I'm getting her connected with David Schaefer through Grand Traverse Recycle Smart, because they received some grant money, so she'll be able to participate to get rid of some of those tires. And this is in a residential area, so besides in the event of fire. But we're in mosquito season now, and with the water that gets in those tires, and then you think of everything that comes with mosquitoes. So we've got Grand Traverse County on board, and we're just gonna try to help this lady out the best we can, because again, she really did kind of inherit it. Nobody from the township for all of these years was aware that they were there, so. I'm happy with the Township Cleanup Day. I had lots of compliments. I had one complaint, that was it. Out of all of those people, at one point, we had traffic backed up to Blair Town Hall Road.
Yeah.
And there was I received one complaint from somebody who was angry. It was easily diffused and resolved, and that was it. Lots of hugs and thank yous, and this
Once
is
we
awesome.
started using those numbers, I didn't hear any complaints.
Your numbers worked.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
number
the
system
numbers.
was, yeah. Yep.
Yep. I think, well, no, that probably wouldn't work.
Next year, didn't you also get a thank you card?
One other thing,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
maybe we'll remember this time. We need a porta potty in the parking lot on cleanup day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had to unlock the door and let, I don't know how many people come in and
Mhm.
use the restroom. And I think we talked about it after the last time.
Which that reminds me, Eric Samsel ended up cleaning the restrooms and vacuuming and mopping in here on Sunday. He had to work shift, so while he was here,
Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Rick.
he cleaned everything.
Thanks.
So thank you.
I think one other thing for cleanup, where they go out over here, put a sign, don't block the drive.
Oh,
Because
for
people couldn't get out.
You mean for people leaving?
Yeah, even when one of the big trucks had to wait till people got out of the way so we could get out.
No.
It'd be nice to have another volunteer that could stand there and help direct them out, because visibility is hard anyways, even if it wasn't blocked, for cars to pull out.
Yeah.
We need more.
I had one lady on Facebook say that she didn't hear about it.
Yeah, but then I heard that there was a lot of residents chiming in and
Yeah.
saying, well, that's your problem, because.
Yeah, Jason, did you hear the other comments from the other
Yeah.
residents? Tom, you know, because the other
So I made
residents said
flyers for
it's all
September already in
over.
my
We all knew
office.
about it, yeah.
We don't have a, do we have a date for?
Yeah,
Is,
September 15th.
okay, I thought that was
Maybe it's not.
last September,
no,
the date for,
September 14th.
yeah. Okay. Karen's got that. So.
And we did get a thank you card already today. Nicole, thank you, Nicole, and all of the volunteers that worked so hard on Saturday at the Blair Township Spring Cleanup Day. This event was so well organized. Thanks for caring so much about our neighborhood and our community. Sincerely, Bill and Ramona Crane.
Nice.
Yeah. Our Easter egg hunt was a huge success. We estimated 800, at least 800 people here. We definitely have to up the egg count from 3,500 to, it was huge. And it worked so well having the eggs hid everywhere
And they're in big groups.
in the township park, and having the groups meet in designated grouping areas. That worked out well. And thanks to the church and our friends who came early in the morning and helped us hide 3,500 eggs.
Could we next time maybe, because I was having Aaron watch the time on his phone, and so when it was 11 o'clock, I'm like,
You went too soon.
yes.
I was standing on the thing with the
Could-
whistle.
Could we maybe have one of the guys, I don't know, put the siren on or something.
Oh, God.
I
Oh, that would be fun, the big siren.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
next year with a bull.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was ready, but Lynette let him off first, so I'm like, oh, I guess we're going.
Aaron told me it was 11 o'clock. But could,
Yeah.
the big,
The big siren, that would be fun. Yeah. Just remember that next year.
oh, sure, like I remember the porta potty. All right, I'm writing it down.
I'm writing it down.
Porta
too.
potty and siren.
Probably should have a porta potty for the Easter egg hunt too, or the bathrooms be open.
We do have a porta potty out there, and I had it cleaned, completely pumped and
I know, but
cleaned.
there was people up here was asking and
Well, there's a porta potty out there,
out there.
yes.
Yeah.
For the Easter egg hunt, in the park.
The egg hunt.
Yes, there is. Did you know that?
I didn't.
There is. I specifically had Bellingers come in and pump it and
Oh.
have it cleaned before the Easter egg hunt.
The one that's out by the other pavilion.
Yes.
Nicole,
Yes.
thanks for remembering all that stuff, okay?
Yeah. See, I forgot the other thing. Porta potty and siren. So anyway, I think that Easter egg, it was fun. That was a good one, and it still cracks me up. I mean, we got here way too early. Even if we hide 5,000, 6,000 eggs next year, we know now that with as many volunteers that we had here, we can cover the whole park in an hour.
Yeah.
So we don't have to meet at 7.
7 o'clock.
Yeah. We have to remember that for next year too.
What time do we want to start? 9:30?
If we start at 11, yeah.
Yeah.
Start hiding at 9:30. Yeah.
Should probably do 9 to 10, because people are here by 10:30.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
So 9.
9 a.m. Lisa, you get to sleep in.
Thank God.
And
What about the breakfast sandwiches in the Bloody Mary bar? Where are we on that?
Oh, where? That reminds me of another suggestion. I don't know, you know.
4-H
people-
group selling
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah. I-
That was suggested to me, and at first I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I remember back in the day when we, on the fire department, actually used to sell the hot dogs, which that's one thing. I don't think we can do that at 4-H group. There's no way that I would want kids anywhere
Exactly.
around this parking lot,
Yep,
that area with trucks coming out. You guys
Yeah.
know the traffic.
yep.
I don't
I
think we
agree.
could, but if
Yeah.
the guys at the union wanted to make money, they could go out there with water and hot dogs and sell them to people.
Coffee
in line.
and donuts, yeah.
They used to do that. I mean, I remember I was one who was out there selling the stuff to people waiting in line.
Didn't we
Easter's
do that
on
at
April
cleanup
12th
days
next year.
too?
Pardon?
Didn't we do that at cleanup days too?
I think, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we were talking.
That's what, we're not talking about the
The
Easter egg
Easter egg
hunt.
hunt?
Yeah.
I can't keep track of it. I still didn't get an answer on the Bloody Mary bar and the breakfast sandwiches and the Easter egg hunt.
Cleanup day, we could have junk food.
Perfect.
You're,
Pizza rolls and stuff.
you're such a card,
You know
you ought to
what?
be dealt with.
As beat up as I got on junk day this year, I'll be the one going around selling hot dogs.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Water and Eric Sanso said to
And
me,
chit-chatting.
Nicole, I think the next cleanup this fall, you need to be directing traffic and somebody
Yeah.
else can.
Be hauling mattresses and
I
stuff.
felt guilty for a little bit.
I was thinking, yes, this is gonna be a great workout, because I couldn't go to the gym, this is awesome. I'm still sore.
Now about the Easter egg hunt. My 4-year-old grandson said we had the best Easter bunny. The Easter bunny here was better than any other Easter bunny around.
Good job, Bennett.
I just gotta get my head straight.
And maybe adjust your tail just
Oh,
a
yeah.
little.
Or paint it, you know?
Our ordinance enforcement officer, he's on his 2.5 week here. He was here on Saturday. The guy never stopped either. he's still sore as well, but he is rocking. He is out making connections, knocking on doors, literally knocking on doors, shaking hands, offering suggestions, giving flyers, the suggestions, the contacts. He knows so many people.
Yeah, he's rocking it,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah. Catches on easy.
Mhm. Awesome.
Just wants to be busy and
It's willing to help out.
with
anybody.
anything. Yeah, I mean, I can't say.
And we don't have a maintenance man anymore.
Would you wait, we're not done.
Sure.
Right now, we're focusing with him, the ordinance enforcement stuff. And then, once we get through this busy season with permitting and he catches up out there, we're gonna hit the dangerous buildings as well. We're figuring this fall, winter, he'll actually start learning more water, sewer, zoning, yeah, land division, stuff like that. But right now, just focusing on, yeah.
Violations and cleanup.
Yep. And like I said, he is loving it. He comes in, he's the first one here, he's making coffee, he's smiling
Mhm.
the whole time. He is, isn't he?
Well, he always did, so.
Yeah, he loves
Maybe
his
a little
new-
more now,
Yeah.
but now he loves you. Maybe not.
Lisa received this really sweet card, so I wanted to read it. Lisa, thank you for all of your help, knowledge, and support. I look forward to working with you in the future. Rosalind Tyke.
And she did the card.
This
and
is a
so
handmade card.
cool.
That's neat.
It's
I
kitties.
don't think you guys have seen it.
It's kitties, I love it.
Kitties for the crazy cat lady.
Yep, and then she sent me one with dogs. Nicole, thank you for all the work you have done in Blair Township. Thank you for your support. The first meeting I attended, you were so positive. Rosalind.
Who is this lady?
That's great.
Isn't that nice?
The one we did, wasn't that amendment?
The kennel.
Kennel amendment.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
We
gonna
had
be
3
coming,
thank you cards in one day.
they're coming before
Come to
us
the
for
township.
kennel.
They weren't to fire any of us.
I asked you to read one today, you wouldn't do it.
The 8-page thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I have
Okay,
one
that's-
thing when you're done.
Now I'm done with my announcements. Tracy, did you have an announcement?
I don't know, it's an announcement, but who's gonna vacuum for me every Friday?
We're back in for you every Friday before.
Me?
There you go. You're welcome.
It's good exercise. Lynette, did you have an announcement?
I did. I put a census flyer. Brad had mentioned
Okay, yeah.
that the county is going to be forming a complete count committee. At our last Grand Traverse County Municipal Clerks Association meeting, Betsy Kofia, one of the commissioners, was there. She had been to a National Association of Counties meeting, and the big talk with everybody there was the 2020 census. And so she came in to talk to us clerks about it, because really at the township level, the clerk's office has access to addresses that maybe aren't as available to the census workers. So as a clerks association, we emailed Rod Henschel, the chairman, the head commissioner, that we were in support of the complete count committee and we would do anything we could to help. I guess I have not been through a census as township clerk, and I guess I knew that our revenue sharing increased as our population increased. But I guess I didn't realize how many federal programs were based on the census. So it's very important that everyone gets counted. They're going to, this is the first year that, or the first census that people are gonna be able to reply either electronically, by phone, or by mail. They're really cutting down on the number of actual census workers that there are. They're kind of saving those for people who don't respond. So when you're out in the community, they're gonna start sending letters out in mid-March of 2020, inviting people to respond. And just encourage everyone you know to make sure that they participate. They said in the last census, 5%, which is about 1 million kids, did not get counted. Partly because, kids who have divorced parents, some of the time they're at one house, some of the time they're at the other house. They even said, make sure your baby gets counted even if it's still in the hospital on April 1st, which is actual count day. And if anybody has any questions, they can contact the clerk's office. If we don't know the answer, we'll refer them to the county. But it's really, really important.
And like Brad said, they'll be bombarding us with information shortly. I know Nate briefly talked about it at the MTA meeting.
So, like homeless people, how did they get a count on them?
We gotta go physically count them.
Yeah.
They get missed as well.
Yeah.
And people with PO boxes, I guess they don't send these things to PO boxes. That's where the clerks are really gonna be important. Because even if they have a PO box, we have their residential address.
Tracy, you have any more announcements? Correspondence?
Next week is EMS week, so. Did you know that was going through my head?
I knew.
So whoever wants to sign up,
Do you have a sign-up sheet or?
I have a calendar.
Sign up to fix a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, do I see you?
Yeah. Yeah, my nail.
They'll never want you to get.
I thought you guys couldn't drink from.
Anybody else have any announcements, correspondence?
You know what I'm making?
Nothing, Cooch?
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
Got 20 minutes.
Consent calendar. The purpose of the consent calendar is to expedite business by grouping non-controversial items together in one board motion without discussion. Any member of the board, staff, or the public may ask that any item on the consent calendar be removed from there and placed elsewhere on the agenda for full discussion. Such requests will be automatically respected.
We need to pull the minutes of the March 12th, 2019 regular meeting. We did not approve them last month because there were pages missing. And Lisa informed me today that because those minutes could be part of a lawsuit, we need to not approve them until we have heard from our attorney.
Yeah, we just have attorney opinion pending
Yeah.
on the minutes.
Probably pull the April 9th minutes. There's 2 mistakes in it. one, I laugh because I know I've been trying to do mental telepathy because on GC's 30th firework dates, moved by Wolfgang, second by Kuchar, I was at the delayed at Chicago Airport at that time. And then Dennis second. I was at the Chicago Airport. I've tried to do mental telepathy to my children, but it didn't work. I guess it's working here, okay?
So it's second by Fitzpatrick?
Yeah. And above that says how Supervisor Wolfgang, Bloodshine and Wolfgang comment on how well negotiations went. Negotiations go on too above that.
Thanks, Carl.
Yeah, I look at things.
I know you do.
Even Eric knows I look at things, don't you? There's things fly up, you whoop.
So, I guess we should probably approve the consent calendar excluding the March 19th minutes.
March 12th minutes.
March 12th. And then approve the April 9th, maybe a separate motion to approve the April 9th minutes with corrections. Okay, so that was my motion, I guess.
It's been moved and supported to pull the March 12th, 2019 regular board meeting minutes from the consent calendar and not approve them tonight. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's been moved and supported to approve the consent calendar as presented with 2 corrections to the April 9th, 2019 regular.
We approved the consent calendar excluding the March 12th minutes.
Wait, we already did that.
Now we're just approving the April 9th minutes with corrections.
Oh, not the consent calendar.
Right.
Okay. Still support that?
Yes.
It's been moved and supported to approve the April 9th, 2019 regular township board meeting minutes with the 2 corrections. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Make another motion.
For what? We're done. We approved the consent calendar excluding the March 12th minutes. And then we approved the April 9th minutes.
With the
2
corrections.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we adjourn if you'd like. It's freaking hot in here.
Support.
Lynette, I'm
You guys
okay.
are all red
I don't want to say anything else.
It's hot in here.
She's
Wait till I
hot
get to
too,
your
see?
age.
Are you?
Hey, guys, are you
Unfinished
hot?
business. Well, I guess first of all, do we want to do another Hoosier Valley cleanup day this year?
If you do it, I'm only gonna help.
Because I had a person report, we found a whole bunch of stuff off a trail
Yeah.
in Hoosier Valley.
I have pictures sent of 2 dump sites again down there. One is construction material, the other was mattress and couch. So I guess my
Yeah,
first question
sure.
is, do we want to,
Last year that was great.
I'll make a motion that we set a date and do another Hoosier Valley cleanup day.
Support.
This year. Any further discussion? It's been moved and supported to approve another Hoosier Valley cleanup date. Any further discussion?
Are we not doing the date today?
We picked the date. But I didn't want to pick a date until I knew we
Oh,
had enough support to do a Hoosier Valley cleanup.
got it.
Roll call. Just go past this one. Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Kuchar,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Zeitz.
Yes.
Awesome. Now let's pick a date. Date.
There's one out in the park.
They
There's
just
a
got
water
turned
not
on.
on yet.
When did we do it last year? Come on, guys. I'm supposed to even know.
Well, I know it wasn't in the spring.
Yeah.
How I know that, you ask? Because I wasn't distracted to veer off into the woods and look for
I
more
want to
mushrooms.
say it was in June, because I think it was
Yeah.
the day I left for Florida.
Yeah.
And that was the day after school was out, so it was mid-June.
I know it wasn't like scorching hot out.
Right.
No,
I think it was
It was
June.
really a nice day.
it was, and the weeds weren't too bad yet
Yeah,
either,
right.
so.
It's the middle of May already.
You do any weekend, but not the 15th. I got 3 parties to go to that one.
We can do it in the fall too.
Yeah, we could. We could do it September too.
Oh, that would be very cool.
September?
Give them enough time to collect some more down there.
Well, in September, on the 14th, we have cleanup day, and on the 21st, we have Vance Road cleanup.
Man, we're busy
Ooh.
with it all the time. Well, we could do October. Nope, that's bow hunting season.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I don't
Well,
want to interrupt if somebody's down that state property, if somebody's bow hunting, I don't want to interrupt her.
Or have somebody get shot.
Oh, I didn't
That
think
would-
about that.
That would be my worst thing. We don't have anything in
Go
June.
back to June. What did you say, Cooch?
He can't do the 15th. I can't do the 29th, because that's Elena's open house.
June 22nd?
Yeah, we want to do that. I can, yeah. Right now, I don't have anything scheduled.
Yeah, that's,
And you, yeah.
Roger, you and I should be able to do like we did last year, right? If we can't get that truck, I can grab my wife's 3/4 ton.
I don't want her to kill you.
Huh?
I
Yeah, you
said I
are
don't
not
want her to
taking your
kill you.
wife's
Yeah.
3/4, no, her brand new Dodge truck down there, no.
No.
No, we've got the township truck and trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll do tons. If Roger and I, you don't mind that we did, okay, good.
No, that worked fine.
Perfect.
We show the people that those old guys can haul stuff.
Item B,
You have a time?
township logo. Oh, time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, good call.
I'm putting it in my calendar, I'm waiting for the time.
Okay. 9 AM.
9 AM.
Let's do 9 to 2.
You people in the morning.
Okay. Township logo.
Okay, so of the people that I heard back from,
Did you get my email?
Yes.
Good, thank you.
did you get my response?
No,
The one that was just all blocks was your Chum's Corner that you want. Chum's Corner intersection you want.
yeah, but it's not, it reminds, that picture of the little square reminds me of what on my Commodore computer in the 80s, that just did squares and didn't do houses right.
Well,
But anyway,
when you're making them this big, you
I know.
can't do a whole lot of
It doesn't matter,
detail.
I like the green, I like the trees better anyway.
Okay, so anyways, these are the two that people liked. And Tracy, I think you're gonna get outvoted.
Oh, I don't care.
Although this was tied for second with you.
Oh, yeah.
Carl liked G, Nicole liked G, Dennis liked G, and I liked G. And I did not hear back from Roger or Marilyn.
But I don't like it with the small B
Yes.
and the small T.
Yeah, I can have them capitalize B and T.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get going on the website, we're waiting. for-
Yeah, and we got other stuff we're waiting to do too.
Business cards.
So I would make a motion to adopt Exhibit G as our new township logo.
I support that.
It's been moved and supported to adopt Exhibit G as presented by the clerk as our new township logo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Lynette, thank you.
Yep. It's like pulling teeth, getting feedback from you guys sometimes, but we did it.
Pulling teeth is easier.
This is true.
All right, here we go. Item A, public hearing. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the first public hearing for the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget fire and police fund, 2.5 mills levied. Public hearing is opened at 6:55. Is there anybody that wishes to give some input on the proposed fire and police fund? I meant to look this up, I mean, like legally, Andy, you know, do we have to stay open, the public meetings stay open for a minute?
Public hearing.
I do not know
I
that
don't
answer.
know.
It doesn't hurt to make sure you got a period of time.
Right, in case somebody comes running in the door right
But,
now.
Yeah.
but the law, I don't know what the law or what
Yeah.
the statute is on
Okay,
time. Everyone does it for a period of time.
okay.
Maybe Eric should say something. It's his fund.
He will when we close it, he'll say thank you.
Well, that's when we adopted, he'll be thanking us.
Okay, let's close the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget fire and police fund, 2.5 mills levied at 6:57. Open up the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget ambulance fund, 1.4793 mills levied at 6:58. It's funny, I just had the Jeopardy tone in my head. But final Jeopardy.
Tomorrow night's meeting is canceled, right, Lacey?
Yes.
Yes.
I plan on coming.
All right, we'll close this one at 6:59. We'll open the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget general fund, 0.8135 mills levy. At 6:59 and a half. We'll go ahead and close it at 7 p.m. Open up the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget liquor law fund at 7 PM. Go ahead and close at 7:01. We'll open up the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget Metro Act Fund at 7:01 PM.
What is the Metro Act Fund?
Roads.
Okay.
If you would drink that hot stuff.
It's cold.
Well, it's not the coffee.
It's not, it was 77 degrees in here.
Yeah, definitely not the coffee.
Are you hot?
No, I'm comfortable, thank you very much.
We'll close the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget Metro Act Fund at 7:02 PM. Go ahead and open up the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget Silver Lake Milfoil at 7:02 PM.
Are you guys using PLM as well? For the milfoil?
What?
Are you using PLM for your milfoil treatments?
Whatever
The
Garfield's
company?
using,
Just curious.
they pay it and then bill us for a third of it.
Gotcha.
Can't remember her name. Our treatment lady. I'm gonna close the 2019-2020 fiscal year budget Silver Lake Milfoil at 7:03 PM.
Is that who Green Lake uses?
I believe so.
I think it's somebody different. Notices have been posted for these public hearings on the township bulletins, the webpage, and in the Traverse City Record Eagle,
As required by law.
as required by law. Item B, RCI payment certificate number 9.
I would make a motion to approve RCI payment certificate number 9 in the amount of, hold on, no, I can't find it. Why don't I
Is that
have,
1,924.17?
no, 24,000.
24,588.
24,588.32.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve RCI payment certificate number 9 in the amount of $24,588.32.
Tracy, what were you looking at?
The change order.
Oh, actually, it's on, I have that on, I don't know how it got out of order. No, I don't mean my board packet, I just mean this particular part, because this wasn't on the top page.
Oh, perhaps that was me.
That very well could be.
No.
It's been, did I say that? It's been, oh yeah, we're roll call vote.
Okay.
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Butcher,
Yes.
Bonshine.
Yes.
So is this now, after this payment, they're paid, or is there a little?
There might be a few pending our negotiations, because that's actually the contracting company that has acquired more. Yeah, and he doesn't have that on that. So
Okay.
Item C, liability insurance quotes. We met with 3 different companies. Take it from there.
Well, the quotes are included. I just want to make one note because let me back up. Nicole, Eric, and I met with these 3 companies. And for the price difference, we all felt that staying with municipal underwriters was in the best interest of the township. We've been with them over 30 years. Paul has always
Do they
taken,
have earthquake coverage?
what?
Do they have earthquake coverage? I'm not lying. It says earthquake
Yes.
coverage.
Right, that was, let me see.
Well, and Peterson McGregor said if we remove flood and earthquake, it would reduce the premium by $564. I don't know, Tracy, do you mean if municipal does?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it's something we really need to spend a lot of time worrying about. We also get a yearly dividend from municipal underwriters. This year it was $1,000, so you have to, figure that in too when you're comparing prices. So that was our recommendation. The payment is in the check register that we approved in the consent calendar. But I want to explain, because this quote says $27,719, and the check, I believe, was for $29,000 something. The additional, I think it was $1,836 is for travel insurance. They cover the township board, so if something happens while we're traveling on behalf of the township, so that's the difference.
Like an earthquake?
Yeah, exactly.
It's on here.
It's gonna be important in northern Michigan.
So I would make a motion, well, I guess we do. I would make a motion to continue working with municipal underwriters for our liability insurance.
It's been moved and supported to continue working with municipal underwriters as our liability insurance company. Any further discussion?
Campbell.
Yes.
Zites.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Kutrell.
Yes.
Bonshine.
Yes.
Wolfgang.
Yes.
Lot combinations.
Well, the only reason these are before you guys is because they are both platted subdivisions, and they have to come before the town board for approval before the combinations or splits, whatever the case may be, can be approved in a platted sub. Both of them are basically for zoning purposes. They want to combine 2 lots so that they can, the man or wood guy wants to build a garage, and the landlady gal is actually demoing an old mobile and a shed, and then she's going to place a new mobile or build a house. I'm not really sure what she's going to do. But they will also have to report an affidavit at the county that says it's for zoning purposes, and if they ever wanted to to split them back off, then they would have to remove any structures that comply with our zoning requirements.
So are they gonna go into one tax ID number then?
Correct,
Rather two individual lots.
correct. Yeah. The one on Manorwood is the, splitting off of the old well sites, where we split those, and then the lots next to them just purchased them. So they've just been sitting there, and that guy's called me several times, wanting to build a pole barn over there. And several times I told him no.
I should have asked this before. Do we need to refer to the parcel numbers in our motion? Yeah. Do we have those?
It's right on there on the agenda.
Yeah, the
Oh.
liability number.
Thank you. Do we want one motion or two?
One motion for each.
One motion for each.
Yes, please.
The land division numbers at 2019-02.
Okay.
So what is gonna be what are you gonna put them under? Are you gonna create a different number for their
That's the
tax ID?
assessor. She's gonna do that, but yes, it'll probably be, something like 10 at the end or something.
Okay. I'm thinking like street lights, I'll have to double it.
And special
and-
assessments.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Don't forget.
I will, tomorrow.
I would make a motion to approve, even though it's not a land division, we're
It's
calling
lot
it LDA.
Combination.
I know, but it says here LDA 2019-02 and LDA 2019-03.
Because that's the name of the land. the land division.
Okay. To approve lot combination 2019-02, combining parcel number 2802-520-02500 and 2802-520-02600.
It's been moved and supported to approve the lot combination 2019-02, lot number 28, 520-025-00 and 28-520-026-00. Any further discussion?
Also known as 4644 and 4658 Luann Lane.
Zites,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Kuchar,
Yes.
Flannery,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
I would make the motion to approve lot combination 2019-03, lot number 28-501-103-01 and 28-501-104-01.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve lot combination 2019-03, 28-501-103-01, and 28-501-104-01. Any further discussion?
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Zites,
Yes.
Kuchar,
Yes.
Flannery,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
And I just thought of something, I wonder if we should stick this in our minutes too. Just documentation in our minutes that both of these property owners are aware that if they should ever desire to split these lots into two separate lots again, they would need to remove structures because it would no longer conform. You can't have a garage on one and a house on one. So,
As part of your motion?
yes,
As part of both of our motions.
yeah, let's put that in the minutes.
Yes, I tried that, that didn't work once.
And we can just give this to you, Amanda, for that
Yeah.
exact wording. Okay. And then she's up next, where'd she go?
To the restroom, I think.
too hot in here for.
It's pretty straightforward. $250 per parcel is what TCAPS pays us for collecting the summer taxes.
I just got it.
I was taking over for you.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I just want to read this because I got this email today from Green Lake that said, we had our board meeting last night and many of our board members would like to start negotiating the amount of our township is being reimbursed by TCAPS. Are any of you feeling that the $250 per parcel is not enough anymore? They are considering not collecting the summer tax if it's not raised. Any thoughts? Just putting feelers out for now. My thought is the state, that's what we're gonna get from the state, so regardless if we
Yep.
get it from TCAPS or the state, 6 one, half dozen the other,
Yeah.
and
And that's the same thing that happened the last time I was deputy treasurer, the last time we tried to negotiate with TCAPS and, yeah, nothing
right.
came of it. It's been $250 per parcel for,
But I thought I would
yeah.
bring it up because it was questioned.
Their point was the costs have gone up.
I just
Since
hate
that
to
rate.
take away from the schools. I mean, the schools are
Mhm.
already struggling. We don't need anything more than the $250 per parcel and,
Well, it would be nice, but not
right,
at the cost of taking it out of
Right.
Kids is-
TCAPS.
right.
Our children's futures. That's,
I would make a motion to approve the agreement with TCAPS for collection of summer taxes at $2.50 per parcel.
Support.
it's been moved and supported to approve the agreement with TCAPS for the collection of summer property taxes at $2.50 a parcel.
For, I'm sorry, for 2019 and 2020.
For 2019 and 2020. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Kuchar,
Yes.
Lowenstein,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Campbell,
yes.
Sights.
Yes.
Item F, hiring part-time emergency services employee.
So, with the employee out on workman's comp, standbys at pit spitters, we decided to add additional part-time staff. They've been interviewed by Grant and Chief Parker, so we'd like to hire Dan Besson, Jill Simon, and Josh Sellier as part-time employees.
Dan, who?
Besson, he asked us to go in.
Who?
Who's the other two?
Jill Simon. Josh Sellier.
All paramedics?
Yes,
Firefighters?
Dan Besson is, the other two are paramedics. Actually, Josh Sellier is a firefighter, but he's not active in the fire.
And our, just so we're clear, so everybody's clear, one of our full-time staff is out on a workman's comp injury. He is a paramedic only. He's not a paramedic firefighter. He's out for 6 months. So we're at pit spitter season, we're at fair season, we're at concert season, we're at busy season. And the person that's out for this period of time is not a paramedic firefighter, is a paramedic only. I heard a from my right.
Well,
Things are changing and we're adapting as
I understand that, but there was a situation, but
I just
it's a
explained
separate
it.
situation.
Correct, and I just explained that the person that's out, our full-time employee, was just a paramedic, not a paramedic firefighter. And we're coming into standby seasons that aren't dual role positions.
I got you.
I'll make the motion to approve hiring Dan Besson, Jill Simon, and Josh Saylor as part-time employees
Support.
for emergency services. It's been moved and supported to approve the hiring of Dan Besson, Jill Simon, Josh Saylor as part-time emergency services employees. Any further discussion?
Mushaw,
Yes.
Longshine,
Yes?
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Zeitz,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
This isn't gonna change my vote, but I did have another question, discussion. Where do the, Dan Besson is a fire
She
chief.
is the fire chief of Leland. He was the keynote speaker at the 9/11 services.
Oh, right, that we had here, okay. Jill Simon is,
She is a RN paramedic with North Fight on Cadillac Division.
and I'll just ask Josh, I know Josh personally, but for the rest, Josh Saylor.
Josh Shellyer has been a paramedic with North Fight for several years, and he's now working in the ER as a paramedic and wants to stay out in the pre-hospital setting.
Item G. Lawn care bids. Did everybody get a chance to review them? I know.
That's gotta be a typo.
No, it's not.
So you're saying if it's weekly, it's $68 a mow, but if it's bi-weekly, it's $1,850 a mow? That can't be right.
Depending on the area, this is just for right up here where it's
Which one are you looking at?
Silers.
Right. But this is saying that this was a different one,
Yeah, that was
That was
I was
Maple Grove.
confused about that too.
but this is just the township one, the township hall, and it says $68 a mow. But then if you do it bi-weekly or monthly, you pay $1,850 a mow. That's not right. I would say that's probably $185.
Do you have a calculator?
Of course. Silly question.
Do you see that one, Eric?
Yep.
That'd be a typo.
Yeah, 6860 is 136.
Yeah, that's here nor there. I just found it rather odd.
They're way high on the cemeteries anyways.
We had to get the cemeteries cleaned up in a hurry last weekend. We had 2 burials. The cemeteries were a disaster. They hadn't received fall cleanup, and they were horrible. So we actually just contacted Parker Outdoor to come in, and he actually came in on Sunday, Monday.
Monday.
Sunday he did one, Monday he did the other.
So are we voting on the irrigation and fertilizing
No.
separately?
Yeah, we're not even gonna vote on that one tonight.
Okay.
Just doing the lawn care, the lawn maintenance. That irrigation
Okay.
is out after today. That will
Okay.
be next month, we'll discuss that.
Okay. I just wondered because, I think the township already has a contract with True Green for the fertilization.
Yeah.
All right, I would make a motion to contract with Parker. What's the name? Parker's Outdoor Maintenance for mowing, trimming, pruning, trimming of trees and shrubs and disposal at Township Hall and Township Hall, Park and cemeteries for the 2019 summer season.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the Parker Outdoor Maintenance for the required mowing, string trimming, pruning, trimming of trees, shrubs, and disposal for the Township Hall and Grounds and both cemeteries for the 2019 season. Any further discussion?
Yeah, are we doing this because we don't have a maintenance man? And we're not planning on getting a maintenance man? Because didn't we just buy a hell of a big tractor last year to do this?
We bought a lawnmower, not a tractor.
Well, same thing.
No, big difference. Yeah, and we're in a situation right now where the season is on, and we have to get something done. I mean, we've got a situation, and what if we can't hire somebody? We cannot not wait on getting our grounds up and running.
Right, I agree. I just didn't know
So the
if
point-
now we're not going to hire a maintenance.
Well, I think what we need to do is we've got bids, so now we can do a cost comparison. We'll get a bid for snow removal, and we'll look at a snow removal, lawn maintenance, and our cleaning, and then we'll do a cost comparison to what's the best bang for the buck for the township. Is it contracting this stuff out, which I'm a believer in employees, full-time, dedicated, committed, but we seem to have a problem with finding that. So, and I think it's always good to look at numbers to make sure that we're getting the best bang for our buck. So by doing this, number one, we're taking care of a situation that we have going on right now. We need the park open, we need the water on, we need the grass cut, we've got burials, this needs to be done.
And this will give us a true evaluation.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
For 1 year.
Or,
whatever.
once we get our winter bids in, we look at what a snow plowing bid is, we look at this, we look at our cleaning bid versus what we were paying somebody full-time with benefits and what we're receiving in return, which is key.
Right.
Lautner Irrigation was here at 9:15 this morning. That was him who came in our meeting and dropped keys off. He was replacing issues. So, we'll look at it as doing our due diligence, best bang for our bucks. And
I think because of the past, I think it's a good idea.
Can I just take the tractor off for a ride?
it's a Longhorn. You can come to my house and get on a tractor. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Valentine,
Yes.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Zeiss,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Lutra,
Yes.
Crazy, they send out park mowing like the park director used to do.
No, that's what I'm gonna be doing next week, probably.
I don't know that I could, but I tried.
I don't have to now, but I got a lot of park benches and picnic tables out there that I have to fix this week.
I could,
That
but
are all broken.
my lines would be like this.
Will you contact Parker and get him going? Okay.
It sounds like he already was.
No, he came in as a courtesy for the cemetery in the situation. He's not been contracted to do anything.
Do we,
Do we require them to put shades on the window?
I'm thinking we probably need a contract,
Yes.
Tracy. Similar to, which one did you write?
The bathrooms, I think.
Yeah. Because, probably the only other one we have, who wrote.
Mhm.
Well, we kind of have a contract right here. I don't think we need anything else.
Well, I think
I know he was the only one who submitted his liability.
I think we need some, what do you call that?
You're looking for language to get an out if something doesn't work out?
That and something about
Indemnity?
indemnification. Thank you.
Not only do I run the video.
I can certainly. let him know.
Are you waiting for me to say something? Because I got nothing. To me, this is a contract right here. If you guys want to write something up, write it up. But if you took a walk out there, we need to get on this.
Well, that's fine,
A
but we
month
still
ago.
need to protect ourselves.
Yes.
I get that.
That's
So
not
if-
protecting ourselves, that's just giving us costs.
Which is fine, but we can get him going and you type that up and we'll, yes. Because the cost of the phone calls that I get is way more.
Well, not necessarily.
Will you type that up tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I will.
Perfect. Contract with Field, your, what?
I'll come in and get it from you.
I'll email it to you.
And then who will you give it to? Thank you.
I'll send it by email.
Yeah, don't let him write it, because he'll write it
No.
in grand.
No, and we have to have it done tomorrow. Contract with Field Services. Field Work Services. This is Aaron and Nancy's.
I move to approve the contract with Field Work Services in the amount of $27,000 for the 2019-2020 fiscal year.
Support.
I support. It's been moved and supported to approve the contract with Blair Township between Aaron Plowman and Nancy Blanky for Field Work Services, file number 529-13.
I don't think so.
What did you have a question? No.
Did I? No.
Yeah.
Any further discussion?
Wolfgang,
Yes?
Campbell,
Yes.
Zeitz,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Kutra,
Yes.
Fleischheim,
Yes.
Employee contract, or IC contract with them. Independent.
Yeah, this is it. What?
Item I, Curtis Road cul-de-sac. Everybody got the email from Wayne? We have been requested to have a discussion regarding Curtis Road. turning it into a cul-de-sac. MDOT has actually asked for this discussion.
So when you're
Or
coming off of
comes-
Curtis Road onto 131, that would be like the
Yep,
dead end.
yep,
Yeah, you
So
couldn't,
go
you'd
there.
have to go out
'Cause
west.
I almost got collided tonight there.
yep.
And
I
that
almost
was
did this
Tracy.
morning,
It's a dangerous corner.
right.
That's
sorry.
in the original,
Can we go back for a minute?
okay.
Can we wait till this discussion that we've
All right.
already started?
All right.
And so.
I didn't hear what you said tonight.
I almost got into a collision. There was a car turning off there. Sawyer Road was blocked, so you use that as a
Yep.
passing. As I'm passing, another car came and another car was cutting off. It was like, wow. I mean, we all slept, luckily stopped. And it's mainly a cut across, isn't it? There's not too many homes on that.
It's a drag strip cut across for people who don't want to go down to the light.
Yeah, I agree with Carl say, I still can't visualize
Neither
the
can
Sawyer
I.
Road straightening out or.
Oh,
Oh.
I meant the cul-de-sac.
I can visualize the cul-de-sac, because then that's just cut off and you just go back the other way. But I can visualize how they're gonna do Sawyer Road, because there's like water right there and,
I think they're moving it and straightening it out, right?
yeah.
They don't know what they're doing, that's why they're
Oh,
asking
okay.
for input.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what they are doing that we do know is in the spring of 2020, they are putting in a center turn lane and widening 31. So that's gonna make that intersection, in my opinion, even worse.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have more traffic, another lane shooting down.
And that's-
And when people turn off the highway, generally, statistically, they're using it as a drag strip to get out to West Silver to avoid the light. Some people use it to go in the back way to Shooters
Okay,
and to Incredible Mo's.
And there's just a storage unit down
It's-
here, isn't there?
Yeah. And some of those residents, if they're headed home, however, I spoke to the majority of the residents as well as the business owners who are not opposed at all of that cul-de-sac. Because again, it's a drag strip for most people. Holiday Park has issues with it. It will force people to use traffic lights, as they should, and not cut-throughs. And again, keep in mind the road widening project that's been approved by UNDOT. We're gonna have a whole nother lane right through that area and wider shoulders.
Holiday Park, I'd like to see a cul-de-sac there.
Yep.
Now, on March 6th, there was a sketch, okay? And I printed that out. Then I came here for the open house, and I was shocked when I came for the open house, they had nothing about the cul-de-sac.
Because it's not an MDOT project.
Okay, but, so I was surprised, okay? But you're right, and,
Right, that was an MDOT.
yeah, I look at the MDOT thing, had nothing, and,
Okay.
I do, personally, just like you do, I like to see the cul-de-sac, and I'd like to keep Sawyer Road almost like it is, but I would like to have no left turn off of Sawyer Road too, no left turn at all, off of Sawyer Road, going onto 31 at all. You know, right turn only, that's it, period. I don't know if they could do that or not.
No.
Because that's the tie-up you get, is these people, it's almost like leaving family fair. Somebody's trying to take a left turn, you can't take a right turn. So somebody is on that Sawyer Road trying to take a left turn, it's a bottleneck. People have to go off the road to try and take a right.
If they can square Sawyer Road to 31, we gotta eliminate some of that. I know what you're talking about. You wanna make a left on the Sawyer, and somebody's trying to make a left on 31, they're halfway out in the other lane.
Yeah, if
You
they're on
gotta go out
Sawyer
and
Road
go
trying to
around
take a left
them.
turn,
Yeah.
to go toward 633. It'd be easy to go to 633, but they won't do that.
We put a round down in there.
But I do like the way Sawyer Road is now, it kind of angles like that. Because it's kind of nice, you got your car angled, and you can see it, you can take off easier. If they straighten it out, it's gonna be harder because you have to take a 90-degree turn. It'll take longer.
Do we need a resolution number?
Well, I would really, if we're gonna pass a resolution, we should have it typed up. And I don't know what the resolution is supposed to say.
I'm sure that they will give us the
Wording.
Yeah, what they wanna know is.
They wanna know if we-
They wanted us to have this
Support.
discussion and if we're gonna support it, and then I'm sure they will send us the resolution wording. I would make a motion to support a resolution to adopt a resolution for the support for a cul-de-sac at Curtis and US 31.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to support adopting a resolution for a cul-de-sac at Curtis Road and US 31. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Campbell,
Yes.
Knight,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Kuchar,
Yes.
Sunshine,
Yes.
Wolfgang.
Yes.
I'll call Wayne tomorrow, and I have a meeting with MDOT at 2. Final, yes.
That's good. Tracy,
What?
you'd asked if we have an independent contractor.
Yeah.
If,
I thought we did, but.
no, this is all that they signed. But I know, Nicole, you said, weird. But if you read, Blair Town, assessors are a different breed. Blair Township to provide liability insurance and workers' comp insurance or any work performed as
I'm not
described.
picking you up on the microphone right now with that, and you're not using the mic.
Perfect.
Well, I want to explain, because I think that's what Tracy was questioning.
Oh, to protect us?
Back when Aaron went as an independent contractor, we discussed this with Paul Olson on the liability and the workers' comp. They're a little different than an independent contractor.
Yeah, most
Because they're
independent contractors
assessors.
always have their own liability insurance and workers' comp. I have to have my own when I ever
Are they,
subcontract.
they're W-9, or they're
They get
Yes, they are.
1099?
And they're not assessors.
They're field appraisers,
But they are a different breed.
yes.
They're-
Right.
Yeah, and I'm
But
not
they're
saying right
assessors
now,
for-
I'm thinking that we should look into this further, and I'm not saying today, but I just know, and I've been getting a lot of emails about it lately, about them going, the states and the federal government going after people that are 1099, where, because of the insurance laws and everything, they're saying, well, we'll 1099 instead of making them an employee. And and the states are saying no and fining people because they're saying you're riding that gray area. But, I mean,
Find
that's
a lot
here
of
or there.
gray
It
area.
is, I mean.
Especially if we're covering their liability.
Even many
Yeah.
years ago, when I subcontracted for old Paul Garthy's on Garfield, and I had a little office there, okay? That's where I ran into problems, because I had an office there, and they kept thinking I was an employee, I was not. I owned my own business, and I but I had to make sure I had the liability insurance, workers' comp. Because I owned, I
Right.
was at 1099. And that's exactly what the federal government came down on Garthy's. But then, and good, that was 1989 too.
I've been getting a lot in text about it.
Done? J, final decision on moving the American Waste recycle bins to the township property. we've been talking about this for months. We know it's an issue where they're at.
Once a month, yeah.
Yeah. Mark Beebleheimer says they're gone.
From where they're at.
Yeah. The only
Can't blame
way
them.
those recycle bins will stay in the township is if we bring them over here, where they can be under surveillance. But other than that, they're done. They're spending hours and hours and hours a week cleaning up stuff that's being dumped there. It's not Padnos issue. It's
American Waste.
it's American Waste bins. It's not working, so he's done cleaning them up. We're done getting complaints.
The problem is, there's nobody there to hold accountability. Whereas here, at least there would be cameras, there's people here, people won't think about, I'm gonna drop my junk off.
Right. Right. I
I'm sure
agree.
there'll be some people that do it, but at least
Well,
under
we'll catch 'em.
surveillance now.
Right.
If we move them here. The other problem I see over there, this was before me, I mean, I remember when they were up at Ace Hardware. I remember them for the years that they've been over there. There was never any requirement to have a fence put around those. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. We require every single business in this township to fence in their dumpsters. But we
Put
will.
'em on a slab.
Yeah, and on a slab. Those are sitting on a dirt area, there's no fence, and then when those people abuse them and dump their garbage, it gets ripped open, and the garbage goes across the fairgrounds. It's been going on for years. So, I wanna find a solution to it, without the people who do recycle responsibly losing that benefit. It's a huge benefit to people. So my suggestion is to bring them here where we can put them on a concrete slab, we can fence it in, we can put a camera on them. I've got, otherwise they're gone. And we're talking they're gone sooner than later. There's an event at the fairgrounds next weekend, I think.
Yeah, the 24th.
They will be gone
Next weekend?
by then.
How
No.
long does it take? Because cement takes a while to dry.
But if we.
But if we can get them here.
Right, if we can agree to bring them here once the pad is down and we're prepped.
Do you know, do you think they would bring them over? I mean, do you think they'd charge us to bring them over here?
No.
And a fence
And
up that isn't
and-
gonna be that outrageous.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It is. I met with Elmer's one day last week and today. And before we're gonna move any further with Elmer's and the price for a concrete pad, which is 70 by 100 is the estimate size that Mark from American Waste gave me. Elmer's does do community donations, and perhaps they would be willing to donate a large chunk of money to make this happen. But neither of us want to invest a bunch of time if the board members don't want the recycle bins here, because I know there are some board members who don't. So,
Yep. Okay, now, you have been working on this a long time, and you put a lot of hours in this, okay? And I think it's great. And we're looking at almost like, there's no other way of doing it here unless you get it over here, okay? And you're right, I want to make sure that this stuff is going on. Now, right, this wouldn't be my first choice, but there's no other choice. So, I myself, so it's a good choice if we put the spent gas down and fence it. And, like I said, you know, at least you're doing it. I mean, you went out there, got it. You come up with a good solution. I mean, it may not be the best solution, but there's the only solution.
Yeah, because
So
no
I
other
really-
business is gonna want it in their parking lot.
So, I mean, myself, I say yes. I just want to tell you, I say yes right now.
and just to put it out there, the 5 recycle bins that are there are filled with recyclable material every single week.
Mhm.
Where you can't put any more in.
Including lots of junk and garbage on the
Yeah.
ground that doesn't belong in them, around them. But, so if that gives you any indication of how much they're utilized, They're full every single week
Yeah.
of recyclable material.
We get a lot of a lot of people coming in wondering where they're at.
And it's stopping dumping elsewhere.
Correct. Although I do believe, and this is just my personal opinion, is that those that recycle responsibly aren't gonna be the ones that go down to Hoosier Valley and dump illegally. But the people who are dumping illegally at those recycle bins probably will go down to Hoosier Valley. Because if they were here and we caught them on camera, oh, you better believe I would be contacting the Record Eagle, the media, because I have posted this on social media for several months now. That's how the news got a hold of it. Andy Nickerson shared my post, which then went to 7 and 4 News, and the news cameras showed up here, literally at our front door, saying, "Hey, can we interview you?"
Okay.
So,
do, in our, I guess I'm just trying to, do we have ballpark figure on how much this would cost us for fencing? Cement, yeah.
without an in-kind donation from somebody
Yeah,
else.
because we should probably.
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of
you'd be looking
include
at
that.
probably for a 70 by 100 concrete, I can't remember, I wanna say it's 6 inches thick. Well, I got it right here. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's probably 6 because of the weight, whatever.
Yep, 6-inch reinforced concrete pad, mobilization, grading labor. Just the concrete mobilization, subgrade, 100 by 70 with a 6-inch reinforced concrete pad was $40,000.
Wow.
Asphalt was 26,000, but asphalt was not recommended.
You won't want.
Probably wouldn't hold up as well.
Correct.
No, it won't.
Correct. And I did have them give a bid for the crushed limestone, which basically acts as concrete. But Lisa and I started talking, and, you know, the concern, and it's not even a concern because the limestone does act as a concrete, but because our water wells are here, you know, and let's not go, it's probably inappropriate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways, and I'm sorry if I offend somebody, but let's not go half-assed if we're gonna do this. Let's set it up where it's clean, it's organized, it's,
Well, look at those pictures that Susan sent us of those couple nice
yes,
recycle ones.
yes.
They were very
I
nice.
should have put those in here.
Yeah.
In Benzie County,
Yeah.
at their
I got
recycle center
one
in
you sent me that said
Frankfurt.
That makes a big difference.
Mhm.
They've got the concrete pad, it's set up the way it's supposed to be, and they are spotless. George Lombard said it also at the planning commission meeting.
Mhm.
He bicycles past them. He said they're spotless, there's not a dumping problem. But they're monitored. And
I think between the police presence we have here and cameras and the constant coming and going and stuff, I think people would be a whole lot less likely.
Yeah. So, actually, they just wanna know if
Yes.
we support. All right, I would make a motion to support bringing the American Waste recycling bins to the township and investing some money to,
Do it right.
do it right.
for a concrete pad and put up fencing.
Right. I like that part better.
It's been moved and supported to allow American Waste to move the recycle bins to the township property and to invest some money into a concrete pad, fencing, and setting it up properly where it can be closely monitored and regulated. I mean, if we have to lock it at night because somebody comes in, well, we can still catch them on camera because those cameras have nighttime vision.
Yeah.
But if we had to lock it up at night, lock it up at night, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? DTE Energy Grant. That is that's this one. And it is an in-kind, however, our labor for planting counts. They give you a dollar amount to put on it. If I could get, I'm just throwing this out there, Alpers and their tree spade over here as a donation to the park. Their regular contractor time for their tree spade planter counts, so it might not be, it wouldn't be $3,000 that the township had to pay to match the $3,000 grant for the trees. Because volunteer time count, all of it counts, and yeah, and this grant actually gives you the dollar amount. So it would be very minimal actual cash dollar amount that the township would have to spend on this. And it's specific to trees, specific to public properties like our park. And if you recall, on our Parks and Rec, it was one of the biggest complaints about our park. There's not many complaints ever about our park. Everybody loves the park, except for the fact that there's no shade trees, and there's not enough space and area of pavilion coverage to get people out of the sun. It's just pure sun on that splash pad and that playground. So I thought this was pretty cool. It's due the 1st of June. I'm willing to write it. I'm willing to do the research. I'll have to, and we have lots of tree companies in our township where I can get bids. And it's anywhere from seedling trees up to, I think it's $125 a tree, and it's specific to the type of tree. It has to be, they're looking for red maple, which I love, maple hardy trees, trees that aren't prone to disease, insect. But again, the first step is to have board support for moving forward with this. And as far as I know, we've never applied, that was the other thing, for a DTE Energy.
We did once with consumers.
Yeah, we got one through consumers.
Probably the same type of program.
Yeah. So it would be just for the park, or would we plant some on
We could put them,
the grounds?
we could put them on the grounds, we could put them over, which we need,
The community
over by the
garden?
community garden area, in the park. I mean, and we do have some nice trees planted out in the park. They need some help. They got pruned
Yeah.
already. They need some tape, some Band-Aids, some tree Band-Aids, and some fertilizer. But
What?
I have a fear of trees. I don't have any.
somebody want to make a motion? to
Scared
go
of
ahead
trees and
allow me to do
escalators.
this?
I move to approve applying for the grant
DTE Energy Foundation.
with the DTE Energy Foundation tree planting grant program, and spend up to $3,000 in matching funds from the town hall and grounds and parks and rec budgets.
Support.
It's been moved and supported to approve the supervisor to write the DTE Energy Foundation tree planting grant for the 2019 June 7th application deadline, and to spend up to $3,000 from the township hall and grounds and Parks and Rec. Any further discussion?
I don't know as I plant trees in the garden.
Well, I wouldn't put them in the garden,
Well, even around it.
no?
You ever see a farmer have a tree around his fields or whatever? They don't grow under an umbrella.
Did you want to answer that?
No. He's just bringing up close to change the.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Campbell? Yes, I'm sorry. Kuchar?
Yes.
Longshine?
Yes.
Wolfgang?
Yes.
Knight?
Yes.
Extended public input.
I wasn't here right at 6 o'clock, so I may have missed it, but Lynette, you had mentioned that the board would be approving the,
Yep.
and did that happen before I got here?
The consent calendar was approved, which the check register's on. So,
Okay.
yes, that, it was
Okay.
approved. We'll sign the checks in the morning, and then I guess you and Nicole need to sign
The bill of sale?
yeah.
Okay. I'll be here sometime in the afternoon.
So do you want Lynette to hold the check for you, or do you want it to go on? the-
Yeah, I've already spoken with Caroline,
Okay.
and we just want to make a copy of it, and then she'll go put it in the CDs.
Okay.
So, just want to, you're getting a great building, and just want to thank you for all the support. We're looking at more little libraries, like in Odom, and around the township. So, we're making a list of what we would like them. So, thank you.
Bring one
dear.
here.
Thank you very
Bring one
much.
here. Those little
Mm-hmm.
are so cute.
Well, and we're also looking at like a father-son, father-daughter building day, where
Where they can build them.
they would actually build them.
What a great idea. Oh, you guys are from the same church. I'm like, wait a minute. Right, have you talked about that at church?
No, 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 our library committee.
No, I know, but you haven't talked to the church about that yet? Oh, my. Love it. Okay.
I think I should, huh?
Yeah. Did you put this on there?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gloria. Any other
Part of the treasurer's report. All right.
input? No? Let's adjourn.
Good.